Hello everyone, I'm Bra Mithra. I'm doing some voiceover for my last video from GenCon 2024. This is going to be like me recapping everything that I've seen over the weekend, mostly just like a little vlog style thing. So you can see right here, I visited the 24-hour Kingdom Death Monster settlement. The 24-hour settlement is a thing that's been going on at GenCon. It is not the official Kingdom Death events. I'll have some footage of that here coming up, but this one is run by the community. It's actually run by one member of the Lantern's Reign Discord who goes by Ukiku. He's been doing it for, I think, 4 years? I forget exactly now. But you can see his table here is quite impressive. His organization, the table layout, all of his custom 3D printed stuff. His box is like crazy. He's got tuck boxes for every single monster. Running like Kingdom Death like this at a Gen Con event, like not being sponsored, not being an official event, and running it by yourself for 48 hours. I know I think his friends help him, or a couple of people help him, but this is really impressive, and crazily impressive, and his collection that he allows people to play with is really generous. He even has created custom dice, as you can see here, hit location ones and regular D10s. He also created custom survivor sheets to help people who haven't played with Gambler's Chest, and to help people who get into the game. These are custom sheets to make it very easy. He'll be willing to teach people. So this is such a neat event. So much nice ease of play. It's really great that this happens, especially because up until this year they never ran Kingdom Death events. So Gen Con's a very big deal. Everybody wants to go there, and Kingdom Death's a very intimidating game. So it's very nice that some community member would run an event to let people who've always wanted to check out Kingdom Death do so. And these are some of his painted minis. So he also does a little stamp that he gives out for everybody who plays each one of the Lantern years for the 2 hour, I think it is, or hour and a half each time slot. So next I went and did the actual Kingdom Death booth. So here you can see this is Pariah. There's both the minis plus the Upside Down Survivors. You can see the one mini in the back there plus the regular Pariah. I'm going to have some Pariah fight coming up as well. You can see also next to this is Red Witches. These are the armor sets, along with the cloaks, the trick transport. It looks like what they do for the cloak. There's the Red Witches themselves and some artwork. The minis for Red Witches always looking amazing. So that's just absolutely amazing. Really cool stuff. Red Witches and Pariah should be in the next batch of expansions coming out. This is the Inverted Mountain part. It's mixed with Abyssal Woods here. So this is Abyssal Woods. There's some of the night and stuff, and then you've got the witch back there. But there is Mountain Man with some thralls. Now these look like witches. We've never seen some of these minis before. This is Griffin coming up, as you can see here, along with the People of the Nest, it looks like, here up at the front. For starting survivors here, up on the left, the People of the Nest starting survivors. It looks like some kind of Griffin armor sets. Maybe People of the Nest rank 1 things. And then you've got B, that's Titan B, another node 1. You can see that's its artwork for the Devour the White Lion, or whatever it's going to be called. And the B itself. This is Nightmare Ram with its water bugs. You can see there's 5 water bugs there. This is not Oblivion Mosquito. This is Honeycomb Weaver. These are the pupae, the encounter monsters that are included. There's the armor sets for them. I don't know what those ones look like. We've never seen those before. Now, these are Nightmare Ram armor sets. These 4 survivors right here. Those are 2 visionaries in the front. In the back there, we've got Spoopy Bone Eaters. Not actually called that, but those are the ones from Silver City. Same with the octopus here, and these are Silver City things. Next, we have Screaming God. This is another one that's supposed to be coming with Pariah and Red Witches. And so these are four survivors in the armor set for Screaming God. And then back there is Parasite Queen, which is part of Screaming God. And then you've got like the illuminated ones, I think is what they're called. I forget exactly. And then next to this, you'll see First Hero. Now, there's the 4 survivors for the vignette of First Hero and the female First Hero. The male one is not here. I think it's because it was being used at the event space. There's some art in the First Hero crest. This is Campaigns of Death here. So this is Infant Sunstalker and then Sun Warriors, which are part of the vignette for included in Campaigns of Death. Then you've got the Dung Beetle Baron, Dung Beetle Ball, plus there was some other armor set survivors, the Mushroom armor set survivors. These are like the Sky King armor hybrids. And then here are the 4 Wanderers. That's Goth Amy. That is Candy and Cola. And then the next is Aeneas. And then the Hyperlight Drifter. So these 4 Wanderers are also coming with the Screaming God, Pariah, and Red Witches. Next, we have more Campaigns of Death. This is Ancient Butcher. You can look, the artwork back there looks like it's like the Frog Dog. But this is Ancient Butcher, along with some more variants. You can see in the back these are the Barbarian ones that go to the Barbarian variants of the starting 4 that go for the People of the Mirrorstone campaign. And then we've got the Verdant Lord Ballad of the Green Knight stuff here. Now the armors, I don't know what's in front of them, but 2 of those were for People of the Sun. Now these are just extra things that were in another display case. These are Cancer Pigeons. We've never seen these sculpts before. Brand new sculpts. These Cancer Pigeons are amazing. Those 4 survivors are just survivors that are already on sale. It's like Sen and Loon and stuff. But those are old minis. Sci-Fi Lucy, I think, was one, but here are the Squire dice that were last sale. These are the Golden Bat dice that were the first time here at GenCon. Next, this is my actual event table. We're fighting Bullfrog Dog is what we ended up fighting here. Bullfrog Dog, we don't win, but here I'm going to cut into where I actually started recording. So this will be the live me.
I'm 1-4-2.
Yeah, clean mist. Let's roll it. I want you to roll.
You would like me to roll on Clinging Mist?
Yeah,
Here,
Yes.
you can. Hold on.
I'm going to try and roll on the
That's
card.
when I put the 2 cards together. Oh my goodness.
A Lantern 10! The decision must be made for the scouts to go on a hunt alone or to start a new settlement.
Oh my goodness.
Is there dissension or
There's no dissension. No, there's...
Since we are playing with the scout is carrying all this gear that has not been returned to the settlement storage event.
Yeah.
All this gear is being brought to a new settlement.
All right, we will go back to the.
Yep. Settlement named Clear Veil 2.
So is he technically...
It's Kingdom Death. How
Look,
can you not?
I came here wanting to punt a rebar.
And you guys, is this better? I feel to me this
Oh
is
yeah, this
way
is
fun.
better. This is much better.
Before the last section, resetting.
The people who show up after this are just going to be like, what the hell happened? So we are currently renaming all the survivors.
Diddler Mifflin? Dirt Diddler. That is Mick Strip Hammer.
Dirt Diggler.
I'm running low. The tank's running low.
We need 10 total, right?
11, right? Oh, well, the scout keeps his name.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Hey, when I asked if anybody had faces of
9.
we missed one.
And then we went into it with no survival, so
Alright, there we
how
go.
well that went.
All right. A brand new, fresh. We've done our part.
So the scout left. He gave me this.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
So, Our time is up.
Amazing. The best possible experience that could possibly have happened here.
Thank you so much for coming.
We say
So, this is the consequences of my actions. The next day, First Hero came out. That's what you get for resetting the campaign. The next day had to fight First Hero. So that was really cool. And here is plastic grids. Now, we're going to do some Pariah. The special event is what I'm going to share with you next. Not the full thing.
My name is Matt. I'm a member of Team Death. I've been telling people over the weekend that I do a lot of the coffee runs for the office, but that's not exactly true. I don't drink coffee. I'm more of a pre-workout and energy drink kind of guy. But every once in a while, I do the catering for us. Anyways.
You're gonna roll a 10.
Okay, my real job on occasion is I do test some of these monsters. I'm a member of the event team, so I will be your facilitator for today.
Awesome.
In addition, before we begin, I'm going to just give you a short rundown on how each of your survivor gear grids works. That way we can sort of maximize what we do with them to our highest potential before I turn on the, mean vibes and start trying to nickel and dime you for all that it's worth. First things first, let's look at our survivor right over here. We happen to have a hyper-elastic sword. It's a fun sword that lets you, maybe get a little bit of a rebate if you fail to wound a hit location. We also happen to have a sub-theme going on here where you sort of interact with negative attribute tokens. You happen to have this fighting art here that allows you to flip a negative attribute token when you get it, once per lantern year. You have a piece of gear here that at any point during the showdown, once per lantern year, you can flip all of your negative attributes. And you also happen to have the man mask. Now, you need to be insane to use the man mask. You haven't hit insanity yet, but if you ever do, you can start using your negative attribute tokens in the place of survival. You, my friend, you have a pretty fun grid right over here. You have a silk bodysuit. The silk bodysuit means that any hit that you take, the damage is reduced by 2, down to a limit of 1. Once again, due to my devilish nature, I will tell you that you're going to take 3 damage, and you're just going to have to tell me back, hey, Matt, just so you remember, I only take 1. In addition, you happen to have a badge. Badges confer upon you tactics, and the tactics that the group has in play today is going to be reviving tactics. This is a very powerful tactic. It allows you to sort of reset all of your survivors in the middle of the showdown. But remember to use it before someone dies because it requires all 4 survivors to perform. You also happen to have a perfect hits sub-theme. You have +1 to your perfect hit range from Timeless Eye, and you have it from your sun vestments as well. The 2 weapons that you use do also happen to have effects when you perfectly hit. And we have some miscellaneous effects here. For example, you have a secret fighting art that once per showdown during your act, you can knock everything else that isn't you down. Which is good because when the monster's knocked down, it's a little bit more vulnerable. In addition, you have this Godspeed lantern. This particular lantern says you can't gain -1 movement tokens. So if I ever try to say, hey, you're gonna get a -1 movement token now, remember what you gotta tell me back. Your survivor, my friend, I think is a pretty fun survivor. You happen to be able to build up armor at every location by utilizing your shield. You're particularly good with your shield because you have shield proficiency and shield rank. You have reach with your shield, something you don't normally gain. In addition, while you're insane, at the start of your act, you're going to gain 1 survival. So you're going to have a little bit more action economy than everyone else. Finally, we have some utility items for you. Here you have a spike bomb. With this spike bomb, whenever you take perhaps a disadvantageous token, let's say a bleeding token, or perhaps a negative attribute token, you can deal damage to yourself instead to ignore it. In addition, you have the Rawhide headband, which if you are familiar with our game, is fairly useful when it comes to scouting out what the monster might do. And finally, my friend, you have a gear grid that has a soft spot in my heart because I think it's very fun. And it's a classic luck build based around your Fist and Tooth. But you have this fish of abundance. This fish of abundance happens to have an effect where every time you're knocked down, you flip all of your luck tokens. So you can easily flip-flop from -1 luck to +1 luck. You don't want it to be at -1 luck. You want it to be at +1 luck. That's why you brought a dark water vial with you, which once for showdown allows you to knock yourself down on demand. So if you ever get knocked down in a way that's disadvantageous for you, you can knock yourself back down the next turn in order to get your +1 luck back. There also happens to be another survivor on this showdown board that can knock everybody down, including you. That might be worthwhile to talk about if that situation ever arises. Beyond that, you do all have encourage as well. Beyond that, you have a Fist and Tooth sub-theme. You have 2 fighting arts that relate to Fist and Tooth, both of which are quite useful. One of them gives you Savage, which allows you to deal multiple wounds to the monster if you critically wound with your luck build. And the other one gives your Fist and Teeth the ability to sort of do a reroll if you fail to wound. Now, without further ado, is everyone ready? Excellent. Well, this is a nemesis fight, so why don't we let the survivors go first?
So, definitely think, we all have to analyze. Yeah, one person per round. Does that only really matter though?
Not particularly, not right now at least.
Well, I think we're going to try to wound, so I think we should try, whoever's going to...
Yeah.
All right, who wants to go in? I'll go.
Go ahead.
Blind spot, 2 behind him?
Yes, the blind spot is 2 behind him. The toughest of this monster is 13. Its movement, I believe, is 7. Am I correct? Oh, 8. Excellent. 7's the low 1, I believe.
Second, I can dash and then charge him out and suck him down.
That might be worthwhile.
And I get a scramble over here. So let me see.
We're going to knock them to the top.
So move 4 spaces. So I'll dash 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then since the survival, I'll get the beginning of my turn. And then I'll use Screech and Coat to do a full move towards him. He gets knocked back 1, and a -1 toughness for this battle.
Excellent.
Oh, now I can get some back too.
And then I'll throw my shield at him and find out what his hit locations look like.
All right, what's your speed?
Speed 2.
Excellent, here's 2 dice.
I don't like those rolls.
Accuracy 6.
Well, those are pretty good numbers to me. Looks like you hit the monster twice.
You know what? I don't have a perfect hit.
You hit the monster in its wicked toenails and its blood-stained blindfold. Which one would you like to go for first? Of course. They both happen to have crit locations as well. No worries, if you can't make a decision, I'll make one for you in the next 5 seconds. Okay.
So he's toughness 12 right now. I'm at
Correct.
9. So I need 3. So 1 dice. Yep. Crit.
Looks to me like a crit. Excellent. You've critically wounded the monster. The monster's blindfold sags, revealing burnt out sockets underneath. You meet its empty gaze. It sets your eyes and resolve ablaze. Suffer the blind severe injury.
Oh no!
I like that, I like that. That's going to be -1 permanent accuracy for you, my friend.
I will ignore that.
So,
Shield of Ray.
does the AI go into this card now?
You're impervious behind.
Not just yet. Crits happen before.
Ignore the first severe injury, suffer each showdown.
Fine. But you also gain the Iron Will ability. So let's write that down. For those of us that don't know what Iron Will does, it basically prevents you from being knocked down ever, and it reduces your knockback.
All smiles from here. Pacha!
3.
Does it. Got a 9 strength.
That's enough to wound, but not to crit. But before we roll this, actually, we needed to do one more thing. Now, you recall, I didn't tell you about the monster's traits, and that's because I was being a little devil. Monster happens to have 2 of them. One of them allows it to draw a second AI card a turn. The other one, and I think the more important one, is I think the art says everything that you need to know about it. Cyclopean Empathy, the Pariah's special power. Whenever you wound the monster, it's going to reveal the card that you add to the wound stack, and it's going to make you suffer the effects of its somatic empathy. Its pain is your pain. Your pain is your pain. And so, because you have wounded the monster, we're going to take this card that we're adding to the wound stack and reveal it. In this case, you're going to gain Dead Inside, the impairment. For those that are wondering what Dead Inside does, you can no longer gain survival. It would be a shame if you had something that could give you survival every turn. But now that we've gotten that out of the way, why don't we roll for this again?
Have to roll for it again?
Yes. You cut me off.
Oh, okay, alright. Good job.
And there you go. You got a crit. Aren't I merciful? Awesome. So, with that crit, the monster's nails are crushed with a sickening trill of broken bone. Its shrieks of pain rouse you from your depressive stupor. We're going to archive all your negative attribute tokens, but I guess you didn't have any to begin with.
I'm still dead inside.
You're still dead inside. That's not something that's going to fix easily. Anyways, we're going to take another AI card.
Oh boy.
And, well, we have to reveal it before we add it to the wound stack. In this case, you're going to suffer -1 strength token.
It's good when I had that 9 strength.
Good thing you have that 9 strength.
Hang on, 5s.
Looks like 2 hits, 1
hits.
perfect.
Perfect hit doesn't do anything for this guy.
And you hit the monster in its malingering digits and its wicked shearing shafts. Which one would you like to go for first?
We'll do malingering digits.
Excellent.
So I am strength 7. I've got
You got quite a bit of luck.
3 luck. So I'm going to be critting on 7.
Well, let's see. You got the 1 here, the 1 here.
And then the 1 token from
Yep. And you're deadly.
Oh, so actually I crit on 6s then. Right?
Why am I helping? What a fool I am.
Well,
Which one would you go?
Let's help him.
Which one are you going for first?
Oh, well, here's a story event. Let's try to go for that.
Excellent.
5.
I think that's just not enough, unfortunately.
So is strength 12 enough to wound him?
It might be. Let's see, what's your strength?
7.
7. So that's enough to wound, but not to crit. And this is a failure, so we don't have to worry about that. But before then, Cyclopean Empathy triggers. And Grasping Hunger. Archive all of your negative attribute tokens and suffer their effects permanently. Lucky you. Lucky you.
All right, so we'll do this guy right here,
4.
which is going to be a failure. So
That is a failure, and there's a reflex. The monster's serpentine dance abruptly ends in temperamental fury. It's going to perform basic action against the furthest survivor.
Sorry.
But are you sorry? Are you really sorry? The monster shifts.
You're
1.
supposed to say that.
And now, we're going to roll for the monster's basic action. It happens to be a level 2, so it's going to be +1/+1 on that. What's your evasion looking like, my friend?
That's 2.
Excellent. So it's going to need 5s. 2, 3. Looks to me like I got 2 hits. Let's see where they land. To the waist and the legs. How do we feel about that? Do we want to dodge? And by the way, it's going to be 3 damage each.
So 1 damage each. Because I have my reduce.
Do you now? Damn. That's crazy. Would we like to dodge either of these?
I can take the one to each of the armor.
Excellent.
That's this.
Would anyone else like to go at this point?
You want me? I can just go.
Sure, you're right there.
Okay.
Oh, after he goes, I get to move 3 spaces.
Will do. That's 2 perfect hits. Daze only happens once per round, but it is still -1 speed. That's excellent. All right, so that's 2 hits, right? Excellent. So we're gonna hit the monster and the bloodstained cape and the malingering forearm. Which one would you like to go for first? I'm gonna pick in 3 seconds. All right.
Mango forearm.
Let's see it. And how high do you need?
I need 4 ups.
Let's do it. Not enough. Not enough. And as such, the monster's going to perform the failure reaction. Cruel intentions are exposed. We're going to turn to face the attacker, which we already are, and perform Glimpse. Glimpse, Vision of Diverging Fortunes. The attacker reveals the top 2 cards of the AI deck and then discards them. You're going to suffer the somatic empathy of each of these cards. Why don't you do the honors? Somatic empathy.
Put this card into play.
Put this card into play. Excellent. It's like it drew an extra AI card.
And gain 1 -1 movement token.
All right, I'll grab you at a -1 movement token.
I cannot gain -1 movement token.
Well, how much AI card do you have?
I mean, it is one less.
Figured it out.
Get them plus tokens.
Where do those cards go?
Sorry?
Does it just go to the...
Yeah, we can just have them up here.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Excellent. And now the monster does have its Cyclopean Singularity in play, which means you guys are connected by a bond forged, more solid than family, of course. So it makes sense that anytime you would suffer a negative attribute token, the monster is going to gain a corresponding positive attribute token. In this case, your negative strength will correspond to the monster's damage as well. Excellent. Let's move on to the next hit location.
Everybody's got like crap on this stuff.
That would be a crit, but it is at least a wound. You've wounded the monster, which means
Suffer 1 damage to the head hit location that ignores armor.
ooh, ouch. And I think that's a heavy, so why don't we knock ourselves down as well? And this is a reflex, so we're gonna do the reaction now. A flourish of cake, not cake. I am hungry though. A flourish of cake finished by a sickening grin. The unappreciated display is followed with a fit of rage. All adjacent survivors will suffer 4 damage to a random hit location. It's just you, thankfully. So let's see which hit location. All right. 4 damage. And unfortunately, because it's damage and not a hit, that's going to be the full damage.
Full damage, so then I am now heavy injured on the body as well.
Excellent. And gain a token on somatic static. Now, though you and the monster are connected by a ruinous connection, pain will momentarily dull that bond. While you have tokens on your somatic static, you may use them in order to ignore the effects of essentially 1 somatic empathy. So use it wisely. In addition, you're going to suffer knockback 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the monster is going to full move in a straight line away from you and then turn to face you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Trampling over 2 of our friends along the way. How unfortunate.
Well, I didn't get a turn.
Would you like to do something?
I can't.
Does someone want to encourage? You can only encourage.
Would someone else be so kind as to encourage?
I can't do it. Only you can do it.
I only got 3 survival for the rest of it. I'll encourage him.
Sure.
In this economy?
In this economy,
With that dead inside? All right, don't regret it.
you should encourage everyone else though, or encourage someone, and then they can.
Don't encourage me.
Okay, he doesn't want to be hit again. If you want,
Because I mean, I'll take my move. It's gonna be his turn. Once his turn is
yeah.
we're gonna get up on survivor turn.
So like, do your thing. Don't.
Yeah. Okay.
Would you like to do your thing?
Yeah.
Excellent.
I'm gonna use move to line up here. I'm gonna dash, which gives me another move action,
Excellent.
and then I'm gonna pounce.
Go for it.
So I'm gonna get +1 strength and +1 accuracy on this
Yep.
attack. So I need 5s,
Excellent.
which do nothing.
Unfortunate. Do you want to go for another attack with the surge or maybe scout out the monster?
Fight for survival.
Yeah, I'm at 5.
You can reveal for free using Analyze.
Yeah, I'm gonna reveal the top. Analyze? Unless that's not what it does.
At the start of your act, if you're adjacent, we don't have enough room to write the full.
Okay, that's fine.
Does it say it's still right?
That is the full effect. It's truncated because it's a very small sheet. No
I'll
worries.
search.
All right. Just attack? Excellent. One hit. Against the malingering knuckles.
The pounce doesn't work on the surge, does it?
No.
All right, so 9 to wound.
Just one dice.
Nice.
Excellent. That is a wound. This is a failure reaction. We don't have to worry about that, but we will have to worry about the somatic empathy. Let them go. You're going to gain a -1 evasion token,
Okay.
which means the monster is going to gain a +1 evasion token.
Means he's going to be harder to hit.
From now on, yes. But it's another wound closer to death. Excellent. Has everyone gone? Is it my turn? My favorite part of the game? It's my favorite part of the game.
It's like it's always your turn with this monster.
He's all right.
A little bit. The monster is going to perform a plasmic division. Who is the survivor with the most bleeding tokens?
I have one.
You have one? So it's you? Excellent. In that case, how do I want to move this? All right, we'll move it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gonna move like that because it's a ranged attack, you see? And we're gonna roll 3 dice. Yes?
Is there a break?
There is a survival opportunity. Would you like to do something?
Is this a new round?
This is a new round.
Does that happen after he picks?
Yes, it's after he picks a target.
Dash this way, he'll have to be closer to us.
That would be better. Instead of being over there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll dash.
Excellent. And where are we going with this dash of yours?
5 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Excellent. All right. Then the monster's going to move like this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 7 away. Its range is 7. It's moving into range and attacking. And we're going to roll 3 dice. May I? Thank you. Do I only have this many dice on the table, or is someone hoarding them? Excellent. Looks to me like 2 hits for 3 damage. And there is a little bit of an after damage, but let's see where it lands first. Both to the body.
Dodge 1.
Okay.
Feature body.
Excellent. Collective wounds flare. Had there been another survivor nearby with bleeding tokens, you would have gained even more bleeding tokens. Thankfully for you, there isn't currently any, and so that won't happen. But you will gain a token on somatic static, which is very useful. And that's the monster's first AI card. We're going to go for the second one now. Sadistic Break. Threat with highest courage in range. Well, looks like we only have one person in range. If I'm not 1, 2, 3.
Oh, he did. He gets to blow. Yeah.
So it's going to be you. because, well, you're in range and you're a threat. Full move the monster towards the target. We're gonna do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then roll 1d10 and add their understanding. What's your understanding, my friend? 3. All right, 7 plus 3. If the result is less than 5, the target flinches, and we would end this card. But unfortunately, you're very brave, and so you stand, you do not falter, and the monster doesn't like that one bit. It's gonna move and attack you. We're gonna roll 3 dice yet again. 4s because of your 1 evasion. Apologies. Looks like 2 hits to me, and that's gonna be 3 damage each to the head and the body. And you have dodge already, yes. Excellent. Let's see it. On the body?
Yep.
9.
Oh, that's good.
9's not so bad. Let me consult our handy dandy severe injury chart right here. 9 on the body. That means you suffer a collapsed lung. You gain a -1 movement token, which might even be good for you. But it is definitely good for the monster because it gains a +1 movement token. You're also going to gain another bleeding token.
I'm also going to gain a survival insanity because of it.
I suppose.
Priority token because it's appropriate cruelty.
And let's just slot it in right there.
Which means if you run away fast enough.
And you did take a heavy, so you are knocked down.
A heavy.
Well, you have to take a heavy before you take a severe, right?
That's right. Gotcha.
So let's knock you down right there. Excellent.
Oh yeah, the heavy box.
At the end of all that, you've been humiliated. Lose 3 courage.
I only have 1.
Well, now you have none. Excellent.
Now you don't have to worry about that anymore. I don't have to be brave. Look at me being a sucker being brave.
And with that, the monster's turn is over. Let's move on to the survivors. Looks like a perfect hit.
Just 1 hit. Yep.
Against the wicked protruding ribs, there's a reflex. You need 6s to crit.
Crit and cancel the reflex.
And that's enough. You've critted the monster.
And I'm savage, so he takes 2 wounds.
Ooh, nice. I was going to skip over that too. But first of all, let's put this critical wound into play. Persistent injury, impaired transmission. When a survivor dies, we're going to archive the top card of the monster's AI deck.
Oh, great.
So, you know, it's getting a little bit of a feedback thing going on. But for now, why don't you do me the honors?
Yes, sir. Okay. So I have exchanged all attribute and bleeding tokens with a random other survivor.
Excellent.
With a random, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You give me that. You give me your bleeding and your.
Now these will be very useful for you.
Because.
That's not bad for you.
That's actually pretty good. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because now you can keep flipping stuff over there. It only flips luck tokens.
It only flips luck tokens.
That's okay. And then flip all your positive attribute tokens to the opposite side, which I guess doesn't matter because I don't have any, and that's my mistake.
Excellent.
I'm going to surge and attack again if that's okay for you guys. Go for it. Savage is like good.
Monster.
So I'm going to spend survival.
One hit. Against the monster's wicked ancillary arms. There's a failure here. Just don't fail.
Okay.
You need 7s to crit this time.
7s to crit.
That ain't it.
I do have.
Oh, he remembered this time. He remembered this time.
4 plus 7 is 11. But it's not enough to win it, is it?
Unfortunately, not enough, and definitely not enough because the monster is no longer under the effects of slam. The monster thrusts his arms out for a longing embrace. Pair upon pair of greedy hands grasp at the survivors. Each survivor within 4 spaces of the monster must spend 2 survival or suffer a grab. What are we feeling? Looks like you're just out of range to just these 2 survivors.
What does grab do?
It's going to put you in front of the monster, knocked down, and you're going to suffer monster level damage to a random hit location.
You need to spend 2 survival?
Yes. All right. You deftly evade the monster's hugging arms. And how are we feeling?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. No worries, no worries. Sounds good.
6s. 1's a 6.
1's a 6. 1's a hit location. Let's roll on it. Is that enough?
9, 14, yep.
Excellent. Then we're gonna, a legendary. Thankfully, it's just a somatic empathy, though. Suffer brain damage equal to the number of cards in the monster's wound stack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 brain damage.
That's a brain crit right there.
Excellent. Well, let's see it. 1 brain trauma coming right up.
Double check make sure I've got anything.
Yes, please.
Wait for trap.
No, all bad news. Let's go. 7.
7's not so bad. Let's see what 7 is. 7 on the brain trauma table right here says lunacy. You're going to gain 1 d5 insanity. 2. Not bad, not bad. And you're going to gain this new disorder, codependent. From now on, until the end of time, you can only gain understanding from the Pariah. No one else will present you with understanding. It's the only one you can trust. And we're going to do the reflex. The Pariah skitters away with a mocking taunt. Move the monster 4 spaces away from all survivors. 1, 2, 3, 4. The seething frustration of failure fatigues your extremities. Roll 1 d10. Is this less than your understanding?
No.
Then nothing happens.
Did you want to encourage me?
I have literally 2.
Good with that. Shall we move on to my turn?
I'm dead, so I don't care.
Excellent. In that case, I will direct you to this particular trait. If someone wants to read it aloud, that would be much appreciated.
The god of games places his fingers on the scales of fortune. At the start of the monster turn, the event facility may search the monster wound stack and return 1 card from it to the top of the monster's hand deck. Limit monster level times for showdown. What? Is it the legendary card?
Oh, look, it's the legendary card. How could that have happened? How could we have ended up here? And this legendary card is Fellow Traveler. When this comes into play, designate the survivor with the highest combined attribute modifier total to be the victim. So what I want everyone to do now is look at your stats and add them up, and who has the highest permanent stat total.
Now, is that net of tokens?
That is not of tokens.
3, 6, 12, 18.
These, so
Not counting courage and
not
okay.
your stats, not your armor. Yeah, so your attribute, so like your strength, your speed, etc., etc.
But
9.
But not courage or
Not courage or understanding.
Yeah.
So no movement?
Not movement, because it's the modifier total, not the original total. So 6, 8,
9.
9.
No, sorry, I'm wrong. Accuracy wrong.
5 total.
Yeah, 5. No.
So that means, unfortunately, my friend,
What you guys do? I'm gone.
the price of your trip to the restroom is that you get to have this card in front of you. Why don't we tell the class what it does?
All right, fellow traveler.
No worries on the somatic empathy. That's not what's happening here.
Okay, this is a trait. Okay. When this comes into play, designated survivor, that's me. When the monster is wounded, the victim suffers a random severe injury unless they remove a token from somatic static. And when the monster is defeated, the victim dies unless they remove a token on somatic static. When the victim dies, all classes scars.
You and the monster are now bound in life and bound in death. Fellow travelers to the end.
We're like rocking in the sunset holding hands.
Exactly.
So
Excellent.
Is you getting somatic static?
Oh, you have to hit it.
Or rather, the monster has to hit you.
Okay.
After all, it's only pain that momentarily blinds the connection. In any case, that was card number 1. Card number 2. 2 claw kick. Normally I would go and pick a target out from here, but I do appear to have a priority target token. I'm going to get rid of that. Going to move on and attack you, my friend. What's your evasion?
Oh, hey, it's 2.
I don't care. This attack is keen. It ignores all positive evasion. We're going to steal these right here and roll.
Ones.
I did not do that. I rolled 3 hits, actually. And that means there's 3 damage coming to the body, and the head.
So now, while they're doing their tactic, well, hi again, this is me, voiceovering. I'm just going to share with you a cool thing that happened during this while they play, because this is what actually happened. While they were playing and while I was recording, while they were playing the event, the table I came from, where I started Clear Veil 2, that event was still the table was right next to me. So as I'm recording the Pariah and everything, I was just kind of watching them, and I noticed they were having trouble with the Frog Dog. After the Clinging Mist, they did a Frog Dog level 2 or whatever, and after the Clinging Mist, so it was like year 1, they don't have like Dash and Surge and all that stuff because they started a new settlement, so like they were having some trouble with it. Now some of the players that were playing at this, I didn't know at the time that this happened, but this is crazy that this happened. So I'm watching, they get down to 1 survivor, and the whole event, the table, they have 1 survivor left for the Frog Dog, and the Frog Dog has 2 wounds left. So what I do is I reach in, the box is sitting right next to me as I'm watching Pariah and filming Pariah. I've got the whole Gambler's Chest box there, and I go through all the secret fighting arts, and I pull out the God of Cheaters, and I give it to the event member, or the team member who's running that event for that table, and I say, go give that to the person who's fighting, the last remaining survivor. So they get the God of Cheaters secret fighting art, and they end up killing the Frog Dog. Now, the really cool part about this, which I didn't even know, was after that happened, they defeated Frog Dog, the event staff member, the team member, cleans it all up, and then they come over to me, the people who I had helped, I didn't even know anything about this. They come over to me as I'm filming, because, Pariah, I've got them all mic'd up, so I can talk and stuff as I'm filming Pariah, because the team member running Pariah is the one who's got the mic on. So you can't hear me, I'm talking behind the camera and everything. But they were telling me that the only reason why they even came over here was because they saw me filming, and previously at GenCon, they had seen me filming before, when I was filming First Hero. So the players told me they originally intended to just photobomb my Pariah recording for this year, because last year they photobombed my First Hero recording. So that was the intent. And it just so happened, I guess, that they had opening at that event to buy in for 2 tickets or whatever. Or no, I think either they bought in with GenCon tickets because the 2 people or 1 person didn't show up for the event at that table at that time, or they had that event just luckily scheduled when I was filming Pariah. But either way, that was really neat. So that was a cool little story that was happening during all this Pariah stuff. So, as you've seen, the Pariah here has kind of been cut up, but what I'm going to do here is we're going to end with the trap, and that will end the video. We don't know exactly what's going to happen with all Pariah, so I just wanted to do this one vlog style. So, Pariah is very cool. I want to talk about this other card that I saw. Let me put this one up here. So here's another card that wasn't shown during this playthrough, but other players had seen it and they took pictures of it. So this hit location, you can see it's like a very neat one. It's got this glimpse thing where that's, specific to Pariah. But then you can see it's got this upside down stuff where this is written upside down. Now, the neat thing about this is, I bet, if I had to guess, this is the mechanic, the upside down version of this card is probably when you fight the serious mode Pariah when he's upside down. I bet that's what this upside down stuff is. Now, I don't know how this card worked. I didn't see it, but very neat. It looks, I don't know, it doesn't look like it's a compulsive reaction, which can't be canceled. Perhaps maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe this is an event card. Who knows? But I thought this was a very cool hit location. Didn't come up in this recording, so I just wanted to talk about it now. So, after the trap, that'll be the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the trap. It is a very fun thing. Pariah itself looks very cool. I love this, like, trading of tokens and deciding whether or not you want to take a token or take damage because you don't want to give it a token. And then you've got that status card that you can kind of, use a generic token to prevent you from gaining a negative attribute token, and then in exchange, Pariah also gaining a positive token. So Pariah seems very cool. Hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video.
You get +1 luck because it's deadly.
Yeah, it's a 9 now.
All right, you crit the monster.
Oh,
Go.
yeah, get my token for this.
Yes, here you go.
Thank you.
Gurgling and choking on its own hate, the monster's pain crackles through the survivor's brains. All survivors get a token on Somatic Static. You get one.
I needed that.
You get one. What's the green one there? It's the same token. I just ran out of white ones. You get one and you get one.
I would be happy right now.
And now, we're going to reveal this. You want to suffer it? Does that seem like something you want?
Sure, I don't care.
Oh, you're going to get the -1 speed.
There are worse things to use tokens for.
Oh, is there?
In that case, enjoy this -1 speed. I will enjoy this +1 speed.
That's an excellent. Knock it down.
Because I hit on 3s.
Yeah, we should probably just all surge if we have it.
All right.
Bitchin'.
That is 2.
No, the trap.
Look, if it's gonna be someone, it should be me.
All right. That is unfortunately the trap. The monster stands back up with a malicious grin. And knew this would happen all along. It knows the sacred code. Why wouldn't it? It studied it for lantern aeons. It was the one that decoded it, really. Crocodile tears. All survivors are doomed. Thick black tears stream from under the monster's blindfold. The empathic bond surges like an overwhelming wave, destroying your resistance. I'm going to shuffle this wound stack now. Now tell me, how much is your understanding?
4.
Excellent.
Oh, it's 4 with taxes, isn't it?
I'm going to need you to reveal the top 4 cards of this shuffled wound stack. And as you know, every time a card is revealed, you're going to have to suffer the effects of its somatic empathy.
Oh, yeah, we'll talk about that.
All right, gain a -1 speed token.
I've been tokening.
You're going to token. You're going to choose to token.
Yes.
Well, you're doomed and can't choose to do anything.
All right, give me the -1 speed.
Excellent. Excellent. I'm holding it. -1 speed, or rather, +1 speed for me, -1 speed for you.
Heavy head injury.
All right.
Gar's armor. Dead inside, double dead.
Double dead.
Positive attribute modifiers become negatives.
Awesome.
Really, the speed's the only one that.
So not so bad. If you had revealed just 1 less card, the monster would have performed its basic as well. But you actually revealed the minimum number of cards for the monster not to do that. It seethes, it rages, but ultimately it is satisfied. As such, I'm going to shuffle this deck, and as is tradition around here, thank you. I'm going to need you to cut so that the next time this comes up, there you go.
The team figured it out. We blame the person shuffle.
Yeah, that happened to us with my group too.
Bro.
Dude, did you even shuffle it?
Excellent.